Good morning and welcome to the Best of Frederick. I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner, and we love to have these events and recognitions of good things that are happening in Frederick County. So today I'm particularly excited to be here to acknowledge our Park and Recs Division and a variety of volunteers who support our Park and Rec Division on receiving our first ever national award. And it really is a great accomplishment, and it was really for some very innovative and creative ideas. So the Division of Parks and Recreation was selected to receive one of only 10 national awards. And the award they received is called the Excellence in Innovation Programming Award by the National Recreation and Park Association. The award was specifically for two projects. The first is Docks in the Park program, and the second is the Century Trail at the Catoctin Creek Nature Center. The award was presented during a special recognition at the 2015 National Recreation Parks Association Annual Conference in Las Vegas, held in September. And our Park and Recreation Division Director, Paul Dial, who's standing here to my right, accepted the award on behalf of the county, the Division of Parks and Recreation, and the many volunteers who helped make these two programs a reality. But I really want to recognize our Park and Rec staff for the great work that they do and for this fabulous accomplishment. So where did the ideas come from? Well, Paul Dial, who's our director, was at a meeting in Annapolis that was also attended by Dr. Maria Brown. And she discussed the challenges of our young people, our children facing with obesity. And she really suggested that we needed to make our youth, our young people, more aware of the recreational activities involved in our community as a way to fight obesity. So the idea emerged from that meeting, and I'll let the staff that's here talk about what they did to engage our medical community and to make this program a reality. But it's a new idea, a new program, and it's very successful. Staff also from the Catoctin Creek Nature Center came up with the idea of the Sensory Trail. And Don Howard, one of the volunteers at the Master Naturalist program, who's standing on my left, came up with the idea for the trail with specifically designated sensory presentations. So volunteers and the park naturalists made the rest of the magic happen and made the park a reality. And this is really a great project because it helps people with disabilities experience nature and experience the outdoors. And so, it's a great innovative idea as well. So on behalf of the citizens of Frederick County, I'm really so very proud of our Park and Rec team and all of our volunteers who work with them. And I want to congratulate everyone on this first ever national award. So I'm going to read our certificate of recognition. And then I'll let all the people up here introduce themselves to you and talk a little bit about what they've done, what their role has been in this award. So this certificate of recognition is presented to the Frederick County Division of Parks and Recreation. On behalf of the citizens of Frederick County, we commend the division for being selected to receive the Excellence in Innovative Programming Award by the National Recreation and Park Association, based on the Docks in the Park and the Sensory Trail at Catoctin Creek Park programs. The Excellence in Innovation Program Award recognizes and honors an agency that demonstrates leadership through advanced, groundbreaking ideas in programming. The award highlights the efforts and impacts an agency has made in promoting or increasing awareness of the benefits of parks and recreation in their community. This award recognizes the agency that best demonstrates innovation in at least 3 of 5 areas of consideration: arts and humanities, health and wellness, parks and conservation, recreation, and sports and athletics. The Frederick County Division of Parks and Recreation initiated the Docks in the Park program based on a concept of collaborating with the local medical community to combat challenges such as nature deficit disorder, obesity, and physical inactivity. The program's purpose is to connect families with healthy resources that the parks provide near their homes. The Sensory Trail at Catoctin Creek Park is designed to encourage visitors with vision impairments to experience the sensation of walking along natural terrain and experiencing the great outdoors. The community collaboration involved in these projects is especially meaningful and certainly contributes to our quality of life and our bright future in Frederick County. So I present this to our Parks and Recs division today in acknowledgement of this fabulous accomplishment. And with that, I'd like to pass the microphone first to Division Director Paul Dial, and then let everyone else introduce themselves and say a few words about their involvement in these two programs and our first ever National Park and Rec Award. Paul?
Thank you, Executive Gardner. We are really happy to be here today, and we're very proud of this award. In my 30 years in the field, it's the first national award that we've received from the National Recreation Parks Association. And it happened because you see a large group here, and there's a lot more people that were behind these efforts as well. It's because of people working together, staff working together, volunteers, the community, and different businesses as well. So we're very proud of the effort. We appreciate everyone's time spent with both of these, and we think they're worthwhile to the community and the residents of Frederick County. I would ask if we have some people that had some very specific responsibilities with this that I'd ask them to elaborate on as we go around. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Jeremy Courtwright. I'm the Recreation Superintendent with Frederick County Parks and Recreation. I got to see both of these activities evolve from their beginnings, the Docs in the Park program and Sensory Trail under Susan Matthews. And both programs have provided so much more opportunity, and it actually promote our resources. And it's just an awesome experience to be a part of them.
Hi, Amy Vagnoni, Recreation Specialist for Frederick County Parks and Recreation. And I helped with the Docs in the Park program, and I'm really, really proud of it. And we could not have this award or any of the other awards that we've won with this without the help of Dr. Lee and Dr. Brown and the Health Department and the City Parks and Recreation. So I really want to thank everybody else for helping us also. It was a total collaboration.
Thanks. Yes, I'm Dr. Jim Lee. I'm, I guess, the Docs in the Park. I've been working with Dr. Maria Brown from Baltimore, who really brought this from the national perspective. What's really fantastic about Frederick is that we've really actually done innovative programming. There's a lot of talking going on about how to do things. It was the people here, Amy, Jeremy, and everybody in Parks and Rec that actually put this program together. It's a practical program. It's actually getting kids outside doing what we want them to do. It's actually a national recognition because very few other people have the time and the commitment to working on this. This is all volunteer work for so many people. As a pediatrician, it's almost sad that I'm here in some ways, that this is sort of the issues that we have to deal with. On the other hand, there's nothing more important in my career, in my profession right now, than doing this. The connecting of the medical community to the getting kids outside, working with all of you is fantastic. I have had one of the most positive professional relationships working with these people that I can remember. It's been fantastic.
I'm Chris Pacheco. I'm a park maintenance supervisor with Frederick County Parks and Rec, and I was in charge of the grounds at Catoctin Creek Nature Center and the park. And I remember after the initial meetings, they said, well, I talked with Susan and Dawn, and they said, we want to make a trail, and it's going to go straight through there. And I said, that's the thickest part of the woods, and it's through a ditch and across a creek and straight up the side of a mountain. And they said, can it be done? And I said, absolutely. So I met with my guys, and I said, this is going to be something special. I was like, so let's take it serious and let's get this done. I said, and of course I have a couple guys that aren't with us anymore. They're retired now, Daryl and Craig. And Mike is with our highway department, but Jesse's here with us. And we knew it was going to be special, and it was a lot of hard work, but it was all for the good, and I'm just proud to be part of it.
Very good. They retired after they cut through the thickest part of the woods.
I'm Kelly Ketzenberger, and I am the park naturalist for Fountain Rock Park, and I assist with the Docs in the Park program.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Sandy Burr, and I'm a staff member at Catoctin Creek Nature Center, and I helped with a lot of the curriculum and just various day-to-day tasks with the trail.
I am Desiree DeGrange with Frederick County Parks and Rec, and I am the marketing specialist for the division, so I just help to market these programs.
I am Becky Clark, and I am the office manager with the Division of Parks and Recreation.
I am Kevin Fisher. I'm the custodial services manager for the Division of Parks and Recreation.
I'm Don Hambright, a board member of the Frederick County Nature Council and a Master Naturalist intern at Catoctin Creek Nature Center. I'm here to applaud Don Howard, who was Catoctin Creek Nature Center's Volunteer of the Year last year.
Ron Kaltenball, current president of the Nature Council. The Nature Council is a group that supports the 2 nature parks in the county, both Catoctin Creek and Fountain Rock. They're actually just a great resource for people to get out into nature and to learn about what's there. And this is a real example of what can happen when dedicated volunteers and dedicated staff get together and work toward a common goal.
Okay, is it on? Hi, I'm Susan Matthews. I'm the former park naturalist at Catoctin Creek Nature Center, and I'd like to recognize our volunteers here that are standing here with me. We have Don Howard and Iris Norris. Iris was the president at the Middletown Lions Club with this project, and we had over 300 volunteer hours that went into putting this trail together. Of course, Jesse and all the parks crews for their wonderful work on that. We had over 90 posts that we put in for the guide rope, and we have Sarah Johnson here, who's the mom of Garrett Johnson, who designed our sensory trail boxes. And we have so many great folks that are here, but thanks to the Middletown Lions Club for sponsoring that trail and all the wonderful volunteers that we have here. Thank you, and the staff, of course, too.
All right, go ahead.
I'm Iris Norris. I was president the year that we did this sensory trail. And the way this came about, the Boy Scouts had asked that we work more with them in our projects. And I was explaining that our district governor had asked that we do a project which would benefit the community. It was known as Make a Difference Day. So in talking to the leaders of the Scouts, I explained that I was looking for a project that we could involve both the Boy Scouts and the Lions Club. And one of the Scouts leaders said, "Do you know about Catoctin Creek Nature Park?" And I said, "I've heard of it, but no, I don't know anything about it." And he said, "If you go out and talk to Susan Matthews, I think she has something that you might be interested in." So I go out that afternoon and introduce myself to Susan, and I'm explaining I'm looking for a project on Make a Difference Day that we can use the Scouts. And she said, "I think I have something you might be interested in." So she gave me the papers and I started reading it, and I said, this project was made for the Lions Club. Because you see, the Lions Club, one of our major projects is to help the vision impaired. And if you did not know this, Susan, Helen Keller, I'm thinking of Susan back here. Helen Keller was responsible for starting the Lions Club, in that she went to a group of business professionals and asked if they would be knights to the blind. They took her challenge, and that was the beginning of the Lions Club. And since one of our projects that we are very much dedicated to is helping vision impaired. So then I presented it to the board, and the board accepted it. We presented it to the membership, and they accepted it. And that was the beginning of the Sensory Trail project.
Hi, I'm Dawn Howard, and this whole project idea came to me in the middle of the night, believe it or not. I got up and wrote it down, and then the next day I was over at the park as a Master Naturalist intern, and one of the projects that you have to do when becoming a Master Naturalist intern is to have a project. And so I looked at Susan and I said, "I got this idea. What do you think?" And she said, "Very interesting." And then a couple of days later, Iris appeared out of the magic, and here we are. And it was an effective combination of volunteers and staff that made this trail come to life. And I cannot thank all of our staff and all of our volunteers enough for making this a reality. And I see a special young man in our audience, and he was there the day that we opened our trail, and he cut our ribbon. Max, I can't remember his last name. Yeah. But I thank all of you for helping in this effort. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We'll let Max introduce himself in a minute when he comes up.
Hi, I'm Linda Coyle. I'm a staff member at Catoctin Creek Nature Center and also a master naturalist intern there. And I worked on the sensory trail primarily through developing curriculum for groups that come and visit.
Yeah, can you introduce yourself? You want to speak into the mic? Oh, here, you want to stand on the counter? I'm going to take your pen for a moment. You're okay. Buddy, you're so tall. What's your name? What's your name? You hear yourself? Can you say please?
My name is Max.
Do you like the sensory trail? Are you being shy? Yeah. The one thing that he definitely took away from the sensory trail was he has a love of birds, and he got to hear a cardinal in one of the boxes. And when we left after the opening, and since then he's just been talking about cardinals in the sensory trail box and the sound, and he also found a new love of sassafras and all the different items in the box. So he's gone back quite a few times, and there's a trip being planned with one of the local organizations for parents with blind children, and they're going back in a couple of weeks, and we're hoping that we can attend. So it's definitely been a wonderful project, and we're so pleased that we can benefit from it. It's just incredible. So thank you for all your hard work and volunteers and to create this project. We really appreciate it.
My name is Sarah Johnson, and I'm the mom of Garrett Johnson, who is an Eagle Scout who his project was part of the sensory trail. He designed and developed and installed the touch boxes that go along the sensory trail. Would you like that?
Okay, I'm Pat Gormley, and basically what I did was inserted I worked with Joe Harrison, and we inserted the signage. We basically made it out of plastic and embossed it using a Perkins Brailler, and eventually we're going to try to get a hold of a Braille embosser. We could do it a lot faster, but that's basically what my component of the project.
Big component of the project.
Huge component of the project. And I'm Dr. Jacqueline Duget. I formerly worked with the Frederick County Health Department, and am glad and had an opportunity to work on the project with the Parks and Rec and Dr. Lee, and I'm excited to see that the project has come so far and has received national recognition.
I'm Dr. Barbara Brookmeyer from the Frederick County Health Department, and I echo what Dr. Duget said, and it's just a wonderful collaboration, and so happy to hear about people using the parks.
I'm Bob Hicks. I'm the Assistant Director for Parks and Recreation, and I want to thank, along with Dawn Howard, all the scouts that actually assisted with the Sensory Trail projects for a lot of the, and part of my job is reviewing all the park improvement proposals that come through my office and routing through the appropriate staff for approvals. So I want to thank everyone that really participated in the program.
I'm Yvonne Harris from Garrett County, a Lion volunteer. And after the big idea that the sensory trail should have touch boxes, I did the typing, all the text, all the changes. That's me.
I'm Joe Harris. I'm also a Lion, member of the Lonacone Lions Club. It was a challenge putting both Braille and text on the boxes along the trail, so both the teachers and the children that had eye challenges could both benefit from the text. But I enjoy doing it, and the children are the reason we did it.
Daniel Cook, current park naturalist at Catoctin Creek Nature Center, and I'm just here to support all the efforts that our volunteer and staff have done, and I appreciate everything you guys have done. Thank you.
Rich Potter. I'm Middletown Lions Club, and I dug a lot of the post holes and and spread a lot of the mulch and had fun doing it.
Jesse Folland, crew leader for Frederick County Parks and Rec. Me and the guys did a lot of the dirty work, cutting the trees and brush to form the trail, planting the posts, and making the front sign. It was a fun experience, and I'm glad everybody likes it.
I just wanted to say one more thing. The sign over the trail is made of Osage orange, and it is absolutely beautiful. So please come join us at Catoctin Creek Nature Center and enjoy our trail. I believe that our trail will be open the second Saturday of each month, and the touch boxes will actually be open with artifacts in them. So you put your hand, you read the instructions, you put your hand in the box, and then you try to figure out what's in the box. And the staff has put, the scout has put the answers on the side of the box if you can't figure it out. So there's a cheat there. But again, thanks to all of you who have made this come to be active and people using it. Thank you.
And might I add, the instructions and the answers are both in English and Braille. And we have to thank our Braille experts and Pat for coming down and helping us with the Lions Club, in that he gave us a lot of pointers that we would not have known had he not helped us.
All right. Well, I think that this really says it all. Really, Frederick County is a great, caring community, and I really want to commend and thank all of the people who were involved in this project and helped to earn Frederick County this award, because we're all in it together. I thank our Park and Rec staff for all their work. I thank our physicians for their involvement. And I want to thank all the volunteers who worked on this, from the Lions Club to Dawn Howard with the Naturalists to everybody, the Boy Scouts. And the award ceremony was called the Best of the Best. And I think that that really is an appropriate title for this award. And I do want to also show you the plaque that was received by our Park and Recreation Division for this national award. And so I think it's wonderful that Frederick County can be put on the map for the really innovative things that we do and that we do together collaboratively as a community. So again, I want to commend everybody here for their involvement on this. It really is about the children and the future, because the children are our future in our community. And so come on out to our parks. Come out to the Catoctin Creek Nature Center. You can see the sensory trail, but there's many other things out there to offer. I think the trail system there is very, very lovely, as well as the center itself. And get involved in Docs in the Park as well. So thank you very much for joining us today, and come out and see what the Frederick County Parks have to offer.